and then it actually happens in unfortunate circumstances, what that process was like.
Oh man, I mean, I think this goes back to last year when I first came in. I understand that here at Stanford, they put a lot on the quarterback. There's a lot to learn. It really takes a long time to diagnose what exactly we're trying to do here, and a lot of mental reps. Therefore, it goes all the way back to last year's camp, taking every rep so serious. And I've taken more mental reps in this past 12 to 14 months than I've ever taken in my life. And I really think it kind of helped me with the skill of visualization, really seeing through things. In high school, something that I didn't really have to do.
So Yogi Roth told me 2 years ago that even as a freshman, you kind of had the confidence that there was a part of you that thought you probably were good enough to start. Can you just talk about how much of that has stayed with you the last 2 years as you've been trying to get onto the field?
Yeah, I think that confidence has only grown. But then again, sitting behind two unbelievable guys who worked their tails off, Keller and Ryan, really just pushed me. And like I said again, Keller's really good, unbelievably on the mental side of the game. Seeing how quick he gets to certain checks inspired me to think a lot faster on my toes. So despite the fact that I thought I was ready to go physically last year, I still knew that he had a one-up on me as far as how fast he was getting to these checks and reading defenses.
On the touchdown run, what did you see there? That obviously wasn't designed, or was it a designed run?
No, it was not. I think we called it kind of a quick pass. Ended up rolling out to the right. I pride myself in a guy that loves to sit in the pocket, but when it's time to make a move, I'm not afraid to run. But I kind of came out to the right. Didn't commit to the run right away because I knew I had 2 or 3 DBs. I had a linebacker and a safety coming down. I had to kind of fool him, get him thinking that I might still throw it downfield, which I was thinking about it. Eventually that clock ran out in my head, and I knew I had to turn it up and make a play.
Now, obviously in your first college kind of action, you're not going to take that easier, but does coach say anything? Like, hey, I want you to slide, or?
No, I mean, I think protecting yourself's big in this game as a whole. We like to pride ourselves on being commanders of the offense. Therefore, you don't want your commander to go down. When it's time to make a play anywhere near the end zone, there's no way I'm going to slide. But in other circumstances, when it's the right time to do it, I definitely will.
I'm curious, the first quarter was so bizarre in a number of ways. There was a lot of weird football plays going on. There wasn't a great energy, it seemed. Second quarter, that really started to turn around. Talk about your role in that, but also what you saw on the sideline in terms of this offense getting to look what you'd expect.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I go back to when I was a recruit coming up here as a sophomore, junior in high school. When I watched Hogue coming up on his last year here and the year before when this offense was running like we call it a well-oiled machine. We were hitting on all cylinders. I really felt like we needed to get back to that, and that's been our goal as an offense. So to kind of see that energy and then all of a sudden see the defense make a couple plays, I think we had a quick turnover there in the second or third quarter. Kind of reminded me of games that I came up here and watched when Hogan was playing.
What do you feel like? What percentage of the reps do you get in practice with the first team?
Anybody else need Bryce?
Because we are so we have so much mental work to do each week. We're very game plan specific. Therefore, the starter damn near gets all the reps. I mean, to be brutally honest, I was getting a bunch of mental reps. That's basically all I was doing. Now I did get a lot of reps in the spring. Unfortunate, Keller going down last year, so it was just me and Burns. So I was able to connect those mental reps with the physical reps that I took months before. But I mean, just the way we operate in practice. I mean, me and Burns are getting 2-3 snaps at the end of every period, and not taking those lightly.
What did you feel like you were able to do to turn that into the well-oiled machine again? Just getting thrown out there like that.
Yeah. I will actually say the turning point was real early on. I remember, I think it was the second drive. I kind of stepped up, had no idea where I got hit from, but that kind of brought me back to the old days. Took me out of like the phase of feeling like I was in a movie to like this is real life. And from that point on, everything really slowed down. and that was kind of cool for me.
Did you have all the...
When do you think you got your stride? You got that kind of pushed you into the frame of mind. Did you think you got your stride as far as like handling the team, getting them rolling, like right around that time? Or?
Yeah, right after I believe it was maybe the third drive. Burns went in real quick, and then they came back to me, and I knew it was time for me to make a move. I remember hitting Caden Smith on a ball over the middle, something that me and him have worked countless times at the end of practice. And from there, I was like, all right, let's get rolling.
On your touchdown run, you were looking. Who were you looking for in particular?
A lot of times, a lot of guys I like to watch, Aaron.
No. I mean, in this on that run, your touchdown run tonight, because you were rolling out.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. I was rolling out to the right. I had a guy on a quick flat, and I had JJ Arcega-Whiteside on a rub corner. Therefore, JJ had a lot of field to work with, so I was kind of waiting for him to potentially break off to the back pylon, give him a ball where he could catch it or nobody. Eventually, that didn't happen, and I had to turn it up.
Were you surprised you scored?
Not really. That brings me back to a lot of plays I had done in high school. We rolled out quite a bit around the goal line and just.
Do you think you deserve to start next week?
Well, I think that's coach's decision. That has nothing to do with me. We'll see how practice goes, and we'll see what happens.
KJ, I apologize if you were asked about this already, but you had the best seat in the house for Bryce's day. What's it like when you hand him the ball and you see him busting down the way he was doing?
I actually told a couple of my linemen it was pretty awesome to see handing the rock off on plays where I don't have to fake, and watching the way he kind of takes hits but doesn't ever really take a blow. He's so slippery in between the tackles. Such a small guy you'd think wouldn't be that operate that way inside the tackle, and then breaks one kind of tackle and heads out to the perimeter, and from there it's over.
How much did you guys need a game like this, just with everything that's been going on, to be able to come out and punch these guys in the mouth the way you guys did?
I mean, me personally and as a team, like that game was Stanford football. The reason why I came here, being able to run the ball, close the game out, operate the run game, get to the right checks, always being an advantageous play. I felt like we all know what that feels like, because a lot of these guys have done it so many times, and that was the first time I was a part of it. It was pretty damn special.
Can you just talk about the 3rd and 2 play to JJ? It seemed like that was a really big moment for you guys. You don't always go to a run or a pass in that situation. Just what did you see, and what was the play there?
Yeah, I believe we had a combination working on the front side. We're in 3-by-1. JJ's a guy that's so physical, has such strong hands, works his tail off. I mean, I saw the guy come up from a redshirt freshman to a guy that demands the ball. And if I get him one-on-one in a situation like that, there's so much confidence in him. Once again, another guy just countless times working after practice. He had a backside slant route, kind of a deeper slant, worked his release, didn't rush it, and it worked out.
And then just one last thing. How much of the pre-snap responsibilities did you have today? Was anything, did the O-line help you out with that at all, or was it just pretty much the full boat?
Full boat. I mean, that's the reason why it takes a while for somebody to take over here. There's no babying you into the process. In practice, Coach does an unbelievable job. Coach Pritchard coaches all 4 or 5 of us in the QB room like we're the starters. I mean, I've honestly never seen anything like it. Keeps everyone real locked in, and at the end of the day, the mental reps, like I see, paid off, and it feels damn near like a game rep.
And was there any chance of you not going for the end zone just based on the heat you might have taken if you didn't put your shoulder down?
I mean, I just think that's just the style that I've always kind of carried upon myself, tough nose. Like, I really love the way Brady on 4th and 1 is like north of 70%, if I'm right, on a quarterback sneak, probably close to the most unathletic quarterback in the league, putting his head down, getting grimy, and I love that.
Thanks, KJ.
Thank you.